Okay guys, so today I have the K1 rechargeable headlight and tail light set up from Sunspeed Cycling. And just to go over real quick the actual packaging, you have this box. It's actually a very sturdy box, but there's basically just a little be seen, be safe type thing. You have this nice foam that everything was packaged well into. I've kind of disassembled all of that. You have all the specifications and what's included and different things on the back here. So it's actually very nice. I also have a little thank you on the back. So we'll go over the specs and things here in just a moment. Let's get this out of the way first. What was the purpose of looking at that quickly? Alright, now you do have a little user manual here, a little owner's manual. It gives you some information, specifications, cautions, spare parts, how to mount it, how to use it and whatnot, and how to turn on the light and the different operations that's available, how to charge. It does mention about the company, which is a writer-owned company, and they do invite people to go ahead and send them an email so that you can share with them suggestions you might have. So it's cool that they're, willing to listen to the consumer. And then of course you have some contact information, address, telephone numbers, fax, email, anything you might need for support and whatnot. Okay, so plenty of information here about using the item, but for anything that's maybe not covered here or not clear enough, we'll go over a few things real quick. Alright, so I just want to make mention the batteries for the tail light first, so I can get those out of the way. They are, as you can see, your standard CR2032 battery. There are two here, and these are actually spares because it comes with 4 total. The other 2 are already in the actual tail light. So I just wanted to mention those, move those out of the way. So 2 sets, and they tend to last a pretty good while, batteries of that nature. Now with the tail light you have this nice aluminum housing, this nice little red light here, and in order to change the battery you just screw this off, and there you can see the 2 batteries right there on the inside, and you place those with the positive side up. Alright, now there is a little O-ring on this. Just be careful, make sure you don't tear or lose or damage in any way the O-ring, so that way you don't have to worry about water intrusion. Alright, so you can hear the metal scraping a little bit. Some people may not like that too much, and I apologize, but that is aluminum and that is the sound that it makes. Alright, so we got that nice and tight. There's some little indentations here that make it really easy to grip, so I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but it was smart. And of course this is just a little rubber piece here. If you wanted to, you could actually pull that off, but I wouldn't suggest it. The Sunspeed name right there, and you have this nice pretty sturdy rubber piece here, pretty thick, and it has this little hook on it, so you actually can loop this around your handlebar, well, wherever you want to mount it, on the back side of the bike, and you can attach that. And operation of it is to press again, and press again. So you've got fast flash, slow flash, steady on, and off just by pressing the light. Super easy to operate, and due to the fact it is designed with the O-ring and all, just like the flashlight, they are both good for use in water in the situation of rain or mud puddles, things of that nature, but you do not want to submerge them. That is not recommended. Not saying that it wouldn't work, but it's not recommended. It's in the instructions, and it's just not wise to do if you want to properly care for your little unit here. Alright, so that's the little tail light portion. Now, for the mounting portion, you have this here, as you can see, and the light actually will go into this unit just like that. You tighten this down and that will actually secure the light. Not going to do that right now, don't need to. And then you have the larger portion here for your actual handlebar, and I went ahead and pulled it out. You have these little pieces of rubber. Alright, So you have a thicker piece and a thinner piece, and they both have a lip on them which fits well around this ring, and they both have a textured gripping area so that when they are inserted and locked down, you don't have to worry about sliding around. So you basically put that onto the handlebar and proceed to tighten that down until you get to the desired tightness. And like I said, you have two different inserts, so you can really adjust that to a pretty good range. Alright, that is that. We'll get that out of the way. Now, a cool thing they did here is they included the option to use 3 AAA batteries, not included, with the insert into the flashlight, or my personal preference, the rechargeable batteries, which were included. And with these rechargeable batteries, what you have excuse me, is lithium-ion batteries. They are the 18650 model. That is a 2600 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. That's basically what a lot of cell phones come with right there, and you get 2 of them. Okay, so that's cool. Nice of them to include not 1 but 2, so you're always going to have one available and ready. And they included this nifty little charger, which I really like, just because of how slim it is, and you got the little pop out for charging, so that's really nice. Very easy. As far as charging goes, you're gonna need about 5 hours of charge time on these batteries. So each one you need about 5 hours for the initial. Now, for actual use, if you run this on high beam, you're going to be looking at about 4 hours of use. If you run it on low beam, you're going to run about 8 hours. And if you run it with flashing mode, you're going to hit about 15 hours. As you can see, it's very easy to change the battery. You do have an aluminum construction. A lanyard already comes attached, and the little O-ring, of course, again, dealing with water resistant, not submersible, waterproof. Okay, you have the bulb area, which is the actually LED type bulb, and you have these little splines. If you were to take this off, I guess you could actually use this a little bit as a security type device. They're not super sharp, but they would definitely to some degree help minimize the attack, I would think. So that's kind of a convenient aspect just as a flashlight itself. When you turn this, you can actually dial in some range and things, and for operation you actually have a push button. And let me go ahead and just flip the light off just to give you a little better idea. If you push that, you got a nice bright light. Alright, now if you push it one time, it goes into the flashing. You push it another time, solid. If you do it quickly, flashing, off, on, and there's a high and a low. That's low. A little tail light, roughly 6 feet away, flashing obviously. Well, that was the rapid flash. That's the slow flash from roughly 6 feet away, and solid on from about 6 feet away. So they give you about 6 feet away. That is very bright, very blinding. Alright, let's go off, back on. So as a headlight, that is going to be great. Definitely going to be seen. And if you just do low, which is probably the ideal for the headlight anyway, longer battery life, you can see a little better